Let's get into it. 3 things to completely change your state. Blessed love, thanks for joining me. We're going to talk about 3 ways to completely change your state of being today. To go from happy to sad, or sad to happy, or poor to rich. Yes, poor to rich. Actually, just about everything depends on these 3 things when it comes to your state, how you feel, your emotional state. There are many tools to release your emotional state and get to this point that could also help this. This is not an end all. I talk about a few different ways on my podcast. I just had a great podcast with Dave of Presence on how to release emotional tension, to let it go, to move to a different state, we may say. Check it out, free podcast. Listen, 3 things. Number 1 is your vocabulary. Right? If we're talking to ourselves, or better yet, let's make it easier. If someone else is talking to you and they're bombarding you with negative information or putting you down, they're just saying you can't do that. You're not special. These are lies. Lies. You are very special. You can do anything. It's very important to understand that we are very influential people and we get influenced really easily. If we're around 10 different people that are really thinking the world's going to end and we're in a catastrophe and we're all sick, most likely you're going to get sick from those other 10 people's thoughts, right? And their words. So it's very important we speak to ourselves, our self-talk we have, the dialogue like, wow, this guy's talking too quick. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Talk back to yourself. Say, yeah, you know what? Let's give this guy a chance. He's, a doctor. He really seems to care about people. He's been helping people for over 20 years. And you know what? Actually, I think what he's saying makes sense. You could start off the conversation gently with yourself and say, please, let's give him a chance. And then you could start stepping it up. Go in small increments to large levels. Say, hey, listen, I'm not going to take this anymore. I want to be free. I want to hear someone talk about how to better myself. Remember, the best investment that you could ever make, the best stock, the best precious metal is you. You are the precious metal. You have atomic gold and silver in your body. You have all these other minerals. Iron. You are Iron Man, Iron Woman. It's so important that you embrace that and talk to yourself and your go-to phrases, right? GTW. What are you saying to yourself? Are you saying, I can't afford that, I can't have that, I don't deserve that? Instead of those 3 things, saying I can't have that or I don't deserve that, instead of saying anything like that, say, how can I afford it instead of saying I can't afford that? Say, why do I deserve this? How can I make this happen? Yes, I deserve this. This is why I deserve this. Right? Say, how can I make this happen? Say, what can I do to improve my life? Remember, excuses don't really improve anything. Your go-to question when you hear yourself say an excuse like, I can't do that because, why can I do that? I can do that because I want to, because I will get this reward. A little bonus tip here is 3 things. Massive risk, massive action, and massive reward. Risk, action, reward. Not small steps, small incremental steps, but in the total, you want to see that mountaintop, that staircase. Who's going to climb up a mountain if all you saw was right here? When you see that big mountain, you're like, come on. Please, bigger goals, bigger dreams, bigger reward. Okay, let's stay focused, people. I want to give you a lot of information here. That's why I talk quick. I got a lot to share. Tell me what you want to hear about. Number 2, first is our vocabulary. So just a take home is repeat love and gratitude, love and gratitude. If you're not resonating with those 2 awesome words, say something you are resonating with. Strength and healing, kindness and compassion. I can, I will, I love, I'm worth it. Or I will step up because of my daughter, my son, my father, my mother, my brother, my sister, my aunt, my uncle, everyone around me. I'm going to step up and do this greatness and smile. That's our second one. First is vocabulary. Second is smiling or physiology, because it's not just smiling. Because if I'm like, right, we want to change our physiology and smile. Try something with me. Let me get down a little so you can say, yes, 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 yes. I want you to do that right now. Please, please do that. Yes, yes. That is our freedom pose. It will induce happiness. There's a great TED video about power poses. YouTube Power Poses TED Talk. And it'll talk about how just 2 minutes of that pose or, a power pose will actually increase your hormones in your body that help growth. And it will decrease things that cause stress, like cortisol. And when you have your physiology of sadness or grumpiness, that will increase your cortisol and decrease things like human growth hormone and your potential. So stay alert. Just take it simple. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Just put excitement and reward and risk in your life. Remember, your risk it's a blessing. Every blessing is a sacrifice. You have to give something up to get something. The more you give up, the more you get. The more you give, the more you get. It's amazing. It's really amazing. So, big take home, right, is our vocabulary, love, and gratitude. And our physiology or our posture. We have our power pose, and if we're in public, just simply opening your heart, pulling back your shoulders. Do it exaggerated in the beginning, and then you get to normal. Because in the beginning, your exaggerated might just be this. That's a normal posture because we're sitting here like this. You don't want to hyperextend it. You could in the beginning, but optimally you want crown of the head over the tailbone, right? Over the tailbone. You can't see my tailbone, but crown of the head over the tailbone, head right between the shoulders, shoulders away from the ears. I hope I'm not giving you too much overload, but just simply make your spine straight and breathe in for 5 I love yous. Hold for 5 I love yous and exhale for 5 I love yous. An example, breathe in. 1 I love you, 2 I love you, 3 I love you, 4. Hold. 1 I love you, hold. 2 I love you, 3 I love you, 4 I love you, 5 I love you, and exhale. 1 I love you, 2 I love you, 3 I love you, 4 I love you, 5 I love you. You could count that easily in your head. I like that. I love you for number 1, our vocabulary reason, and number 2, it helps you to not count too quick. I tend to count quick, like I talk quick when I'm doing an exercise or holding my breath. Even me, doing this for 20 years, sometimes I want to get it over with. That's why I have 10-minute workouts and 10-minute videos and 10-minute podcasts. We're in a fast world, a lot of stuff to enjoy and consume. 1, vocabulary. 2, physiology, posture, smile. Number 3 is our focus. We're already getting into this, so we're already feeling good. If you're not feeling good, tell me, call me. What am I doing wrong? Please, talking too quick. My dress not nice. You don't want my glasses. Spread the word if you like it, please. Our focus. See, I'm all over the place. Maybe that's a problem. Our focus. We want to focus on happiness. Focus on the goal, the super goal. Focus on something that makes you feel good. Right? If I focus on like a trauma event that doesn't make me feel good, I'm not gonna feel good. It's really as simple as that. And it's usually the past we're harping on that we think it's gonna be recreated over and over again, which it is if we keep on replaying it and ruminating it in our minds over and over again. That's like the opposite of meditation. We want to clear our mind and just breathe deep and exhale and release it. Okay? So that's very important to think about. What is our focus? Focus on a vacation you had, like an awesome vacation. Focus on an awesome time with a lover or an awesome time with your friends or family, or at work. Work is a great thing. I just looked up the definition of work, boom. Look up the definition of money, boom. Definition of fit, definition of OG. Amazing stuff, people. Look up some words. Realize your vocabulary is important, your physiology is super important, and your focus is going to make it so that you change yourself from sadness to happiness in one decision with 3 tools. You change yourself from poor to rich instantly. Look up the definition of wealth. I love you. Thank you for tuning in. Please share the message. We need to spread this love. I know I got something that could help the world. I love you. Thanks for tuning in. Blessed love. You are the world's greatest.